morning. I'd like to begin by respectfully acknowledging the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation as the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we stand. We pay our respects to their elders, both past and present. Welcome to another Affinity morning conversation. These lectures began in 2016 as an alternative to the more formal format of the lunchtime lectures. Instead of having one keynote speaker presenting a speech, this morning's conversation is an opportunity for a distinguished guest to engage in a relaxed, semi-formal style conversation. My name is Clive Pearson, and I'm a research fellow in the Research Centre for Public and Contextual Theology at Charles Sturt University. I also happen to be a member of the Affinity Advisory Board. For those who have never attended an Affinity event before, let me very briefly introduce you to the organisation. Affinity was formed by a group of young Muslim Australians in 2000. Their aim is to promote multiculturalism and foster intercultural and interfaith dialogue by building bridges between different groups in society through organising programs such as these. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge some of the special guests who are here with us this morning. Lee Throdick from the Office of the Consulate General of the Republic of Croatia, Kathy Topley from the Office of the US Consulate General, Marion Scanlon, who's the Assistant Director from the Department of Social Services, and various academics, business people, those involved in some form of religious endeavour. I'd also like to thank Oz Chakla, who is the generous sponsor of today's events. Today we're very honoured to have Professor Barney Glover, the Vice Chancellor and President of Western Sydney University, join us at today's morning conversation, who will be talking about what it's like to engage with a rapidly changing world at Australia's most culturally diverse university. Professor Glover is an accomplished academic leader and experienced Vice Chancellor. Previously Vice Chancellor at Charles Darwin University from 2009 to 2013, he has a long record of success in university management and leadership, particularly in research, intellectual property management, and major capital development projects. He has demonstrated a deep commitment to widening participation and exploring innovative approaches to higher education access throughout his career. Professor Glover is a leader in the development of flexible, technology-based learning and furthering Indigenous knowledge and education. He also has considerable experience in developing strong and mutually beneficial relationships with the vocational education sector. Helping us to facilitate this morning's discussion is Darren Mara, who is cross-platform reporter, producer and presenter for the SBS World News. He has worked across print, online, radio and television for the past 10 years, and most recently filled in as sports presenter for World News. Now, without further ado, I'd like you to join me in welcoming Professor Barney Glover and Darren Mara to the floor.